Good day, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, wherever it is where you're watching, either whether you're watching now or watching later. Hope you're having a great day. It is Monday. It's November 10th, and we are going to try to finish FF7 today. That is the plan. We are down to just a few things that we need to do, both of which, well, three things which might not take all that much time, depending. So, yesterday we did a few tries of Emerald Weapon, but I wasn't really focused. I was really tired, honestly. And, wait, this isn't my PS controller, this is my PS5 controller. It's gonna be kind of hard playing the game if I've got... Also, don't drop controllers, it's a bad idea. But yeah, we made a little bit of effort and failed horribly, and I think I know why. So we're trying a different plan of action. We're just going to jump right into it today. All right, so yesterday we left off where we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. So I changed my plan here a little bit. I went out of my way and made a few changes. So I went to Corral after stream. We ended up adding about not quite 2 hours onto the timer. I went out and got my things. So I got my limits for Cloud. I got Satellite Beam and Unger Max. I know it's supposed to be Anger Max for Barrett. And we got Gauntlet and Doom of the Living for Yuffie. And then I spent a whole bunch of time trying to make their HP 7777. So today's plan is we're just going to try to brute force this as quickly as possible. We should be able to do it. I'm guessing probably within a couple tries. There are a few things that I need to test out first. We'll see how it goes. This might work first try. It might need to. I'm hoping that it works. Where is he? He's not here. Being tricky. But I did the math, and as long as we get a little lucky on enemies or who he targets, it should be doable. So let's find out. So we're going to be here for a while. We do have one backup plan, which is Cloud. And this is mainly because we didn't want to have to do like a big setup or level anymore. And I'm not really good with like ATV weight and stuff, so I'm like, all right, how can we make this work? And this should, in theory, work. I did the math. The math should work. So plan is we get 64 attacks. We're using Lucky 7s. Then we have Omni Slash, Unger Max, and Yuffie's. That should be within not that far off from killing him. But what he should end up doing is he'll Emerald Shoot. If he Emerald Shoots Yuffie, then we hopefully Omni Slash will go off last. We can Comet and then Knights of the Round, and that should take care of it. If he does Barrett, then we do Cloud. Yuffie does Big Guard, and that should do it. It's gonna be a little bit rough, I think. I think it's doable though, unless like he crits us. I don't even care about AP in this fight. I just care about the kill. Because we have everything to beat the game. It's just getting the kill. Okay, please be Yuffie. Hey, there we go. All right, and that's how you kill Emerald Weapon really fast. Hey, experiments. All right, that worked according to plan. And was it not at all a pain in the ass to set up? At all. All right, so that's done. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Which means all we have left now is W summon, which means battle arena, and then we need to get experience plus. You did Knights of the Round spam with final attack and life. That is, yeah, that's how we usually do it. And then sometimes I'll have you know, I'll have an Omni Slash or something to go with it. But I was like, I want to do something a little bit different. And I'm like, I've never done it with Lucky Sevens before. And I'd never done it with, I'd never done it with using slots cheating. But the slots cheating, I'm not good at it. So I'd be like, yeah, I just won't do that. All right, so that's all done. Ruby is not defeated, but it's not required. We could. Especially now. Now that we have those three, we probably could. But the goal is just get all the materia, and we don't need to kill Ruby for that, so we're probably gonna just skip it, because I want to try to get the game done today. The fun part is doing all weapons and killing Ruby first. Is a fun trip. But I even have, like, I think I have the stuff for it. I have a bunch of dazers. I got 7 dazers. I probably use more. Oh yeah, I gotta remember 10. All right, let's. Everyone gets stripped naked. I don't know why I always do that when I can just hit remove all. It's like, come on, I know better. I know better than that. All right, Master Magic. Let's do the usual Master Summon. Master Command, enemy skill. We did master an enemy skill materia as well. All right, then we're gonna do MP plus. Why not? I think dexterity caps at 50%. I don't think multiple ones does anything. We don't need long range. Counterattack. 4x cut. I would rather have W item. I'm actually really surprised. So yesterday, I at the end of the stream, I was like, "Oh man, I have an idea." I'm like, I used my own brain, and I'm just like, "Wait a minute." I'm like, "How much damage can all of those multi-hit limit breaks do?" And I'm like, "That's actually not that far off." So I'm like, I set it all up, and then I went to bed. And then I don't know how many dreams I had last night. I had a dream that I just repeatedly tried to kill the emerald weapon over and over. It was the stupidest dream I've had in like forever. It was literally like my stream just continued on from like after stream. Hey, there. Gonna make some extra GP here. So I was really hoping that would work. I didn't expect it to work first try and nobody died. I think if he had gotten a stomp off, it might have been a problem. Because I know the stomp was killing Yuffie yesterday. All right, battle square. I should have like 1600 GP, which is more than enough to get this. We just have to grind out this until we get 64,000, right? Oh, I can't even check. They don't even let you look at the prize list. I want these stupid moth things dead. All right, now that those are dead, I'll big guard. No, I want points. I literally, the only thing I want is points. Little robots. I find that time one kind of interesting. not gonna get points doing this. I'm getting off luck. Like, you can also try to manipulate the slots here. Alright, at least that's something. That's gonna be like no points. I bet it's like 1,500 points at most. It's 1,524. Yeah, sweet. I don't like these. Oh, God. There, we're fine. That was slow. Come on, bunny. All right, no ribbon. No items. Should be fine. All right. Oh, God. All right, that one wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's better. My apartment is blistering hot. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go open the window. It's a challenge of having the HVAC unit inside my apartment. Ooh. Ow. This is fine. We're getting one of those reels. Really? I didn't know they would do that. Oh, good. All right. Well, we should be fine. Because this is the original Tonberry, not the Grand Tonberry. It's just out for a walk. Ha ha ha. This is going to be a lot of points. I think it's probably like one of the best points you can get. Yeah, 12,000. We're still a third of the way there now. Oh, shit. We'll probably end up countering through most of this. All right, that's our elemental defense gone. Melanie, little bugger. They must have like some kind of like evasion move. Mr. Giant. Now you get most of your points from the last thing on the reels. Oh, my poor microphone. Stop moving. All right, we're halfway there. All right, I need a minute here. All right, 1 second here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Big bird. Oh, I'm not getting the luck I had before. Who is this guy? Oh, this is the thing from outside Medela. Alright. I also need another, like, 2 minutes, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. More MP, okay, that's fine. We're not really using MP anyway. All right, no MP. I don't know where you find these in the world. I'm assuming up north. Just because of, like, their health pool, they must be up north. Alright. This one wasn't as good, but we're good. Well, 7,000 is still pretty good. Hey, Johnny. You missed all the fun. Don't flip tables, it's rude. Look at these guys dancing. So my plan for Emerald Weapon worked perfectly. Almost like better than I expected it to. I thought it would be like, it would be workable, but it really worked well. So I will make it a highlight because it went really well. Ooh, we got this one again. So now we're just grinding out. We need to get the W summon. That'll open the special battle. Yeah, you just keep doing summon magic. And beat special battle. That'll get us final attack, and then we just have to go. Basically race until we have enough points to buy experience plus, and we're done. Very red. Oh, now there's a conspiracy. It's Johnny. Ah, I was hoping for all red. Wait, that wasn't even the last one. These guys can actually hit you pretty hard. Oh, not the freaking ghost. You bastard! That was gonna be so many points. That would have been close to being enough to just finish. God damn it. Every playthrough, he does it at least once. I swear they coded it intentionally for that to happen. They gave you one with like really, oh, not these things. They give you one with like really, really good materia, or really good reels. Oh shit. Goddamn sulk. Alright, this is gonna make the next little bit really slow. Hey, Adamantoys, what are you doing here? So slow. Barrier, don't be jacked. Oh, this guy. Just gotta hit him once. You annoy me. Ooh, hello. I wonder if in theory you could learn Trine from him here. I don't know if you can learn enemy skills in the battle arena. I don't see why not. Alright, we just need like one really good battle. And then we're done. This piece. Let's just do this. I remember these things being annoying somehow. We're fine. All right, sweet. We should be fine because Viper Breath should do nothing. I think Viper Breath is all he has. I just remember this being free, basically, if you have the Mistral. Is this 65,000? Oh, 64,000. Yoink. All right, we only have to beat this once. Those are on the beaches of Medial. I don't know where you fight Ochus in the world. Alright, no ribbon. Oh god, this thing. We have Mistle though, so we have really high evasion. Did we actually get mini? Yeah, we did. I love the tiny little barrier. Alright, we're big again. The big guy. Whew. Oh god. Not you. Alright. This is not optimal. I can't remember what that does. All right, how am I going to do this? Oof. Oh, man. All right. That last reel could have been literally anything else. Mm-hmm. It would have been fine, but we broke all materia right at the very end. If it had been literally anything else, we would have been fine. I wasn't worried about the gunshot. I was worried about, he does that, the laser beam. Hey, by the way, yes. He does the thing where he gets down on his knees and blasts you with the laser. That's what I thought was going to kill us. Because it would have been a damage race until he shot me with it, so. Thank you for the follow. You did miss Emerald Weapon though. My quote-unquote plan worked way better than I thought it would. Way better. That's okay, don't worry about it. Buttons are hard. So not only did we beat him, we beat him with no deaths. All right, no support, that's fine. All right, no magic is fine. Literally all we have to do is finish just the special battle, and then we're out of here. All right, no items. That should be fine. I'm not sure what Northern Cross, just a little ice. In theory, it does nothing. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Figured we should have ended with a bang. Behold the power of Ishgard, exactly. Listen, we didn't kill Ultimate Weapon. We didn't kill Emerald Weapon using Limit Breaks for nothing. Oh, he broke his armor. Oh, you're not dead, huh? It's not dead yet. Oh, okay. Cool. All right, that's final attack. And we got W summon already. Yeah, I literally just had to sneeze on him. All right, let's use our 5,000 points for something stupid. I mean, we worked for those points, right? All right, let's quickly check to see. No, that's not Wonder. Oh, close enough. Money isn't a problem. We have lots of money. But we need... All right, I need like I need 230 more GP. So we're gonna do what we always do. Yeah, the ponies. We have a pretty good chocobo. Pretty good. I mean, the top speed isn't as high as some of the other ones, but we make up for it in other ways. Oh, I'm not in manual. I'm like, why is he going crazy? Guy's got an attitude. So I'll highlight the Emerald Weapon fight, and then I'll post it on Discord. But basically, what I did was I set everybody up as Lucky Sevens with Yuffie's Doom of the Living, Barrett's Ungermax, and Omni Slash. Used all of those, and then I did a Quadra Magic Comet 2. And somehow killed him with taking no death. I got hit once. We also managed to get, I think, every special item in here. Oh, Johnny missed when experiments completely destroyed his plan. Sorry, Johnny. All right, 770, 150. right, that should be it. All right. That's experience plus, and that is all of them. We are done, and I'm going to do an ad because I don't have a choice. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just telling my partner about the day I had. I had an interesting day today. All right, so we now have everything. We are done. So there's just one thing to do. We do not have to kill Ruby weapon because it's not on the list. It was not an incentive this time because last time I'm pretty sure I killed everything. The last time we played FF7, so I'm like, nah, I don't want to have to do it all everything again. And a reminder too, we did raise $2,014.18 US. It ends up being about $2,800 in Canadian in real money. They need money. So we have all of our incentives are unlocked for pretty much all the games, and all the milestones are done. So I will be doing, because I wasn't able to figure out a way. My Switch 2 just refuses to work with like any of my hardware. So what I'm going to do in lieu of doing the soundtrack playthroughs for Theater Rhythm is I'm just going to play the kind of story mode missions in Theater Rhythm for each game on PS5, because that's all I can do. What else do we need? We don't really need anything else. Hey, Retro. I was shaking. Shaking and baking. All right, who are we going to use on the trip down? Let's use our standard group. People ask me, why do I use Vincent? And it's because why not? That's my answer. Also because I have like 2 misdeals and an escort guard. I was working today, yes. Yeah, I was working today. I had a day. Let's just say I had a day today. Not a bad day, though. It was just a really busy day. Yeah, it wasn't a bad time. But there was just a lot to do. Alright, what am I going to do here? I'm pretty much doing my, like, end game setup here. Come on, Johnny. Hey, he cleaned it up. All right, good. Good job, Johnny. Master, probably take 2, right? Yeah. Apparently the max on HP Plus is a 100% because adding more doesn't do anything. I didn't actually know that. I'm going to show you guys something while I'm here. I might need to use the wizard bracelet for this. Alright, that's not the lowest you can go. The lowest you can go is 10 hit points. It won't let you go below 10. So, if you do this, you can just give him all of the summons. Who needs a master summon materia? Just don't get hit by anything. I just find that really entertaining. And the fact that they actually, like, they're like, oh, we should probably put a low cap on it of how much you can do it. Alright, we're going to do an enemy away, because we're basically just going to go beat the game now. Do a preemptive. Anything to make our life easier on the way down. And then switch this back out. Oh yeah, we sold all our Master Doll materia. That's right, I forgot. I'll give Nice it around just so we had something to do. Make sure I do MP. Once I am like, oh, I should do MP Turbo. Like, no, don't do that. What did I have there before? I don't remember what I had there. Oh, it's an MP, that's right. Let's give him good luck. I've never done the Vincent mug trick. I gotta learn how to do that, because that's kind of bizarro. I've never used Typhoon. We'll use Typhoon later on. One day you will win. Oh, Johnny. Would it be really funny if I told you that I actually coded it wrong by mistake and the probability of winning was lower than it was supposed to? Wouldn't that be funny? Uh-huh. And it's 100% true. Because I'm like, man, like, it takes forever. Why is no one winning? It's like, oh, I messed it up. I think I need anything else. Put in the backup plan there at the very end. Go that way. We didn't do everything in this playthrough. We didn't do Ruby. We didn't get the key to Sector 5, which normally I do. Oh, we didn't do it. We didn't get the other items in Bone Village. We didn't get Red's ultimate weapon. We did most things. Anything that's actually like actually useful to do, we did. Oh, okay, so next game in the marathon is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. That is going to be a story playthrough, so we're going to play it on like the easiest mode because I don't want to have to do it on hard, to be quite honest. And it's not 100%, it's literally just beat the game. We will be doing a Mega Man Shuffler. The plan is to start that tomorrow, but I've been having issues with BizHawk. BizHawk just keeps freezing on me when I was testing it yesterday. So if I can't get it fixed tomorrow, then we'll start Crisis Core tomorrow. And then I'll get the Shuffler in when we can. But yeah, and then, yeah, I want to do the Shuffler because I actually added there's 50% games I'm really good at and 50% games that I'm okay at. I'm okay at X. I'm okay at Well, actually, I'm pretty good at 2 through 6. I'm good at 7, except for the final boss. But so is everybody. Everybody's good at 7, except for the final boss. Because capsule number 7 is like cheap as dirt, man. That's an awful boss fight. It's just flat out not balanced. Wily Machine 7 is fine, right? The walking skull guy, that's fine. But yeah, and then so it's Mega Man 2 through 7, Mega Man 1 and 2 for Game Boy, Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, and Mega Man X. And that's only because I wanted to keep the shuffler at max 10 games. If I had had it uncapped, then on Friday when we raised all that money, I would have had to add like 20 games to the shuffler. And I'm not Smite, so not happening. Not yet anyway. I actually wouldn't mind doing like a big Mega Man shuffler where I just do like a whole ton of them. Oops. Isn't there a faster way of doing this? No, because we still have to come down this side. Am I going to use the DX ROM hacks for the Game Boy ones? That's the plan, as long as I can make it work okay. I have to double check to make sure that I don't know if the scripts for the damage shuffler works with those or not. I think they do. I'd have to check the code. But I know for Smite's damage shuffler, he has a Google sheet. And he has like a whole team of people that have been trying to figure out like how to calculate quote unquote like damage variables for the shuffler, and I think they're in there, at least some of them are. I'm not sure if they're in like the default list. The default list is actually already pretty big. But if it works, yeah, absolutely. I don't really feel like fighting anything coming down here. So, but we'll see. I'm not even sure what's up with BizHawk either, because I was having issues when I was practicing for Arcade Pit. I was having issues with BizHawk freezing. And I had problems right through the entire, like during the episode, I had a problem with it. But we're gonna do this the fun way. So I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know this would work. Okay, you just flare 3 them using manipulate, and it just one-shots them. It's very effective in the group of 2. Which one? It doesn't matter which way we go, honestly. We'll take the chill music instead. Yeah, I found a bunch of little things in this game that I honestly should make like a highlight video of. I did not know that the dragons will counter with Ultima. I did not know that. Oh, look at that. Isn't that useful? So the first trip in Northern Cave, I just immediately died. Because they wiped my party in, like, I think the second fight. Cool, more money I don't need. What else did I find out? I found out, so in this area, in the area with the bones and stuff, coin toss of Sephiroth. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, isn't it? But yeah, in the other area, there's this one encounter where you can fight like a satyr, and then it's the guy that's got like the big bunny ears, and he comes with like a little kind of like deer enemy, and the little deer enemy can just instantly kill you. She'll dance around and murder you. All right, let's get going. They better do the Mosey line in the third game. Right, let's go. I was gonna say, like, what's the chances we can get through the first room? This is gonna be such a banger. Because Remake has technically one Genova theme, even though it's like 3 different versions in the same song. And then the second one has what? 2, but more like 3. And the last one's going to have multiple ones. So it's going to be absolutely wild. Now he's getting excited. I like these things give you like no money. You have nothing to spend it on. I do hope that they have something similar to this in the third one at the very end. Oh. Chomp chomp. Like, I want a final dungeon, like an actual like cavern dungeon, because I think this would actually be like a really cool dungeon at the end, and then have this massive gauntlet at the end where it's kind of like it's just back-to-back battles, just as you're trying to like push your way through. Game turns from fighting a big corporation to some weird space alien. It does, and I have my theories. I have a theory on how the third point game is going to end, and I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to write it, so I'm probably going to stream it when it comes out, right? And I'm going to write it down at the start of the game, or how I think the game is going to end, just to see if I'm right. I have a theory. Where are we? I don't know where we are. I can't wait to see what it actually looks like. Because I'm thinking it's going to be really very much like the thing. Considering like how much Shinobu takes from the thing. Cop Keith David. No money. So this is going to be interesting, because my average party level is like 60. And we didn't use Knights of the Round on Genova. Regeneration has big deductibles. Yeah. I need to rewatch the thing though. I actually never watched it before until like 2 years ago, because I had heard lots of good things about it, but I'd never actually seen it. And then all of a sudden I watched it, I'm like, oh my god! And then I'm immediate. The very first thing is I'm like, oh, they 100% based Genova on this. There's no way they didn't. That movie has I would say the best practical special effects I've seen in any movie ever. Like actual just practical special effects, and it was a movie that was basically a flop when it came out. And the movie had like no budget. And yet it just looks absolutely stunning. The thing is just like, it's so creepy. I need to find like a documentary just on how they did the special effects in that movie. Like the whole thing with just the head. 2 groups. Yeah, we don't need 2 groups. The thing dog. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, group number 2. Everybody that's fighting Sephiroth is sad. Good job, Johnny. You didn't do it. Party 2 has nothing but Z-Tricks. Johnny, you did it. Congratulations. And you won a very you won a smalls. Well, I mean, that's not terrible. It's a hack pot, yeah. Good job. All right, what makes these people think that they're good at something? Give them contain. The plan is to not use this group at all. I think I can beat it without this group at all. You put 70 million into the lottery. Well, I mean, it's appreciated, Johnny. I do need to update the bot commands. A couple new ones. All right, here we go. Oh, this one didn't get Shadow Flare on it. Boo. No, we're not worried about other people. This tune is a bop, yeah. It doesn't get much better than this. Stop hitting the core like an idiot. Oh, the animations are so slow. Oh, this is like his eyeball attack. It's so weird. I swear to see where they got the idea for the Lunar Crionate. Don't make me get angry. Yeah, Moon's sad. It's a really cool idea, though. The whole concept of the Lunar Cry is great. And that's going to be a fun game, because when we play FF8, we're actually going to have Chocobo World, because I've got my Pocket Station. Which will hang on my keychain even when I'm at work. Oh, you have a Pocket Station? I didn't know that. I actually got it like when I was starting to plan this marathon. I didn't have one, and I'm like, I kind of wanted. I'm like, I could either play PS1 and get a Pocket Station, or play like the old PC one, which has like the Pocket Station game with it, or the remaster, which doesn't have it at all. And I'm like, well, that's not fun. So I got it like, I think I got it for like 25 bucks. But I had to get it from, if I wanted to buy it in North America, it'd be like $100. So I just got it from Japan for like 25 bucks. Oh God, he's leaning. He can still do some naughty things that mess you up. Thinks he's so smart. I love Quadro Magic. It's so funny. All right, there's one thing we did not do in this game, this playthrough, which we need to do. I don't think it's going to do anything because he's flying, but we have to do it anyway. Because we never actually cast this. Miss. It was still entertaining. Did I give him long range? I don't think I did. We'll talk about like what part of it we just hit. Is there anything else we didn't use? I think we used everything. All right, he's gonna pale horse. Now, we can't... Like, can we really not play this and not let him do this at least once? Because we're not playing a speed run, so it doesn't matter. If he can do this, why does he need Meteor? I mean, I know he wants to rule the planet, right? So I guess the planet would be gone, but like, if the planet would be gone, why would he do this in the first place? I'm not entirely sure that's how physics works. I also noticed I forgot the color in mine. Let's just fix that. We didn't have mine. Did Cloud get stopped? That could have gone really bad. That would have been funny as hell. If Cloud got stopped, so he couldn't use the Mega Elixir. So they don't talk about that a lot. Supernova does more than like 90% of your hit points, right? Supernova can also inflict status effects. So the one time I played it, I queued up a Mega Elixir on Sid, And then Sephiroth did Supernova, knocked me down to 10% health, and then Sid got confused and used the Mega Elixir on Sephiroth. I was like, oh no. I think I actually lost that one because I'm like, what? Because I was so surprised. I'm like, oh crap, I failed. Yeah, it was literally like a whoops. That's how I found out that it could do status effects. All right, so we're gonna have an ad run in. Actually, you know what? Do I want to just do the ad now, so we can have? Yeah, I want to be. I want to make sure that we can just do. Anybody that wants to watch the ending can watch the whole ending without an ad. So I am going to quickly run an ad now before we do the cutscenes and stuff at the end. And then we'll be back and we'll wrap it up then. So I will be back in just a few minutes, just because I want the ending to be clean for everybody. So I'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun. 10 seconds. All right, we're back. All right, so let's wrap this up. find it interesting that that whole like tunnel thing appears in like so many different media now. Yeah, like it shows up in, I've seen it in movies. It shows up in Contact, right? Like the movie Contact, when she's in the machine. I think it's almost like one for one. It's almost exactly the same shot. And again, for this, I appreciate that they give you the opportunity to see Omni Slash, even if you don't get it. Because if you never get it, it's like, oh man, I wonder if I get that ability. So you like go back and do it again. Sephiroth's jagged pecs. These just like jagged polygons. I love it. All right, so this was a fun playthrough. This was 20 something hours, I think. Because I think we started around like 130 something. So about maybe 25 hours, which is not bad, considering we bred a gold chocobo, we did emerald weapon, we got every materia. So it was pretty fun. I really enjoyed this one. We will see if I really enjoy Crisis Core Reunion again. I've only been in Crisis Core Reunion once. I didn't stream it, I just kind of beat it. Alright, Cloud's about to blow out his elbow. Like his arm just like dislodges from its socket. I could hear it snapping from here. This one actually makes sense because the way the cavern works in the first room is, in theory, it's just like a drilled hole straight down with all the other dungeon pieces of the dungeon off centered from it. So in theory, the airship could just fall down the hole. One thing about this ending that always gets me, right, is it's like it's sad. It's really satisfying, and yet at the same time, it's completely unsatisfying. Like it's like, hey, I finally made it to the end. Like this ending is sweet, but at the same time, you're like, well, this isn't what I wanted. Remake 3 better let you fly that jet mode. I hope at the very, very end. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised in Remake 3 if the Northern Crater, like the whole final dungeon, isn't the final dungeon. Like, it is, but it isn't. And there's like one final chapter where you're in Midgar. You have to come back to Midgar. So, like, you do the whole thing at the very end, and Holy's released. And then you have to go back to Midgar, and that's where you have the jet mode at the very end for, like, the last little piece. And then something happens in Midgar. I don't know what, though. I'm not a genius. We won't talk about, like, how flat the spherical world is. Plays a song at a time. This part, I think, is like the second best, like, finale ending for the whole series. Like, it fits so well. I think 9 is better. Like, the whole final scene, I think, in 9 is better than this. But this one is just, it's so good. I also like at the end with the whole live stream, like you finally figure out, like, if you sit on the start screen for a while, right, and it does like the intro credits before you load the game, it has those patterns on it, and you don't know what it is till the very, very end, and then you're like, oh, it's the live stream. Oh, If used to Remake 3 tries to throw in some kind of Advent Children post-game, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I don't think they'll pretend like Advent Children doesn't exist. Like I had to, so again, if you haven't played the other games, like if you've probably played FF7 if you're here, right? But so my Remake 3 kind of like idea is that the North Cave isn't about beating Sephiroth, it's about beating Jenova, and how like Sephiroth realizes that Jenova is manipulating him, so he convinces you to kill it for him. And then the final chapter is like in Midgard, and they do like an Advent Children type of thing with Sephiroth. That's what, because they've said so many times over the years that, you know, there's always this debate about like when you fight Sephiroth in the North Crater, what are you really fighting, right? Because something that's really important is from the moment that you meet Sephiroth in the Northern Crater, right, when you give him the Black Materia, he never speaks the rest of the game at all. He never speaks once. Even in the final, even like the whole like final scene, he doesn't say a word. Which is why I think Sephiroth is in control until that point, and then Jenova takes over. And then he's like, basically Genova's like, well, I don't need you anymore. I have what I want. That's my opinion, because people have always kind of said like, oh no, it's Sephiroth's will. I'm like, I don't know if it is. Like, I think Jenova's actually in control. You just don't know it. And I don't think Sephiroth knows it. At some point, I think Sephiroth figures out, oh god, Jenova's actually in control of all of this. That's what I think is going to happen. That's one thing that I think is going to happen. And it would also bring back that whole, you know, like that RPG trope where like the end is always at the beginning, right? Which goes like all the way back to like forever. FF1, you go to the Chaos Shrine, you fight the first boss, and that's where the final boss is. That happens again too. Where else does that happen? That happens in a way, it happens in 5. Because the rift appears up on top of Tycoon, right? Happens in 5. It doesn't really happen in 6, but in 6, like the final dungeon is still where like the evil empire was. So as soon as you know, you're like, oh, they're on the South Continent. That always ends up being the same. 8 doesn't count. 9, not really. 10 in its own way kind of does, because you do go full circle. But like a lot of RPGs and a lot of stories are all the same, right? It all ends up with you going back to your hometown and doing that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in Midgar. Because it would be really cool to have, wouldn't it be neat to have a battle with Sephiroth, like with Meteor coming down on top of the city? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be flashy? That would be like cinema. So we'll see. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. I just think that Jenova has way more control over the situation than anyone's willing to admit. Because number one, they've hyped up Jenova way more in the remake. So our time will go, normally it goes until the end, but time will end on the FF7 logo screen after the final cutscene. This is one of the few times I let the credits roll all the way to the end. A lot of games I'm like, credits done, skip credits, save game, but I won't for this one. So while we finish this up, I just wanted to go over again. The Final Fantasy Marathon was primarily a fundraising effort for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto, Sick Kids Foundation. We've raised $2,800 this year since March through incentives and donations and I donated some money on some game overs. Yeah, literally like 07. Yes. The other time you do this is when the PS1 logo, like at the start when you boot your PS1 open. That's like the national anthem too. But yeah, so we've raised $2,800. We will continue. I'll have the donation link always available just in case anyone does want to donate until the end of the year. At the end of the year, we will wrap it up. And if people want to donate for the rest of the marathon, because the marathon's 100% going into next year, they can. But I don't have a goal for next year at all. The goal was just for this year. I'm going to take a break from next year because, number one, I'm going to be playing these games for like half of next year anyway. But yeah. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. There was, I think, so it was $2,800 over, I think it was like 200 donations total. I know there were some repeat donors. I know there were some people that couldn't donate but wanted to. But you know what? The way the economy is, I get it. But people have hung out in chat. They've hung out on Discord. I've had people at work that didn't donate any money, but they were really, really excited for me to do some stuff with them. So no, I'm just really, really glad that it's gone really well. And the fact that we met our goal is like just blows me away. Because considering that we've been working at it kind of slowly over time. All right, we have the final scene here. I got my finger on the button here. But yeah, our games that we've got remaining, we have Crisis Core Reunion, which is our next game. Then Dirge of Cerberus. Can you hear me smiling? Dirge of Cerberus. The scene that spawned 1,000 conspiracy theories, which is, I think, 100% intentional. They absolutely did it on purpose. We've got FF8, FF9, FF10, 10-2, and 10-2 Last Mission. We already beat Tactics, but we do have Tactics Advanced 1 and 2. Then FF12, FF12 Revenant Wings. Smiling grimace. Then FF13, 13-2 Lightning Returns. Then we've got that fighting FF15 fighting game, the 2D fighter that came out as a freebie before 15 came out. Boom. We'll be playing that too. Then we also have, after that, we have FF15 and all the DLCs. And then we've got Type 0, World of Final Fantasy, which I believe is going to be a true ending, which is going to be one hell of a playthrough. Stranger Paradise, which will be fun because I think I'm going to be playing a gun class for that playthrough. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I've seen people play guns in that game, and they're busted. They're so busted. It's so funny. Then we've also got a couple other game playthroughs we have to do. We have to do the theater rhythm stuff for everything from FF4 onward. I think it's FF4 onward we have to do. There will be a playthrough of Final Fantasy XII week mode, because that was our second last milestone. When everything is finished, then we're done. However, there are a couple things that we're going to be kind of interstitially adding. Because we hit our final milestone goal, we will be playing FF11. The plan for that will be, instead of setting a very specific time, I'll say that I'll stream like a certain number of hours of it, because I'm not going to sit down and play like big long 8-hour streams of FF11. I just can't do it. But it will be like, every once in a while, it will be like, today we're going to play FF11, so we'll like do a 2 or 3 hour stream after work. Once in a while, we'll do a long stream. But I want to keep the long streams as part of like the main marathon, because the games that we're getting into have a lot of cutscenes, which we're not skipping cutscenes, but it makes sense to do it in small pieces. Once I figure out what server I'm on, I will let people know just in case you play FF11 or you want to hang out and play as a group. We can do that. But I'm not 100% sure what server I'm going to be on yet. I took a look and it's like there's like 2 mega servers, but I don't really care about them being like in a big high population server. Having a nice chill like smaller server is actually kind of like perfect for me. So I do the same thing when I play 14 and when I play WoW, the rare times I play WoW. I also play on a really kind of quiet server just with my friends. But for now, we are going to wrap it up. I want to say thank you for everybody that's hung out this entire playthrough. I will post on Discord the plan for tomorrow. I will be out for the morning. I've got an appointment, and then I'm doing some Christmas shopping because I'm going to be downtown. When I get home, then we'll figure out. I'm going to try to figure out. I've got a couple hours before bed, so I'm going to try to figure out the BizHawk thing. If I can make BizHawk stop freezing when I'm playing it, then we'll do the Mega Man Shuffler tomorrow. If it keeps freezing, then we'll start Crisis Core tomorrow. It'll likely be early in the afternoon. We'll probably do like 3 or 4 hours. So I hope everyone has an awesome evening. We are going to wrap up stream now. Let's go see if anybody's up to anything. If you're enjoying the content, please make sure you drop a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you can always hit that subscribe button. Everything that we're playing in the Final Fantasy playthrough, I am also posting on YouTube. So we're going to wrap it up. Let's see who's doing what. Does anybody do it? You know what? We're going to go raid Retro. If you don't already follow Retro, please follow Retro. He's currently playing Tales of Destiny, which is on my list. But he is playing the PS2 version, which I have never played, but he must be really close to the end. Because I kind of know where he is, and the main story is the same. So I'm hoping he ends up being kind of where I expect him to be. So I hope everyone has an awesome night. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon with something. We'll see. Have a great night, guys. Bye.